Basically like everybody else. Other kids in the neighborhood, older kids in the neighborhood with skateboards, you know. Just kind of want to be a part of that, you know, like do what the cool kids are doing, you know. Yeah, I used to see him at the skate park. I'd hound him and be like, let me get a board. I know you're sponsored, you know. He never gave me one. I think he told me, they're probably too big for you. I never really officially met him. And I saw him maybe 5 years later. I was in LA. I was like 17. I was hanging out at some skate house. Reynolds came there and he's like, blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? And I was like, oh, I'm from Lakeland. And he didn't believe me. I think that he thought that, like, you know, you can like find out like where pros are from their biographies. I think he thought that was just like one of those crazed fans that was like, oh, I'm from the same town as you, give me a board, you know? I don't think he believed me, so whatever. I would go there, and sometimes I couldn't get a ride home, and there was this Far East truck out back. Far East Skateboards had their own truck. I guess a while back, I think they were even going to pick me up for some skate contest in the middle of nowhere or something, and they actually got in a wreck trying to look for my house. I think they totaled the truck, and so they moved it, they finally got it back to the back of the Tampa skate park, just stayed there like graveyard. There was these like two guys, I can't remember their names, but they were like from like Burnside or something, you know, there's gnarly pool skaters, dirty guys that would sleep in that van. They were like homeless. They slept behind the skate park. And sometimes, yeah, I would just stay in there. If I couldn't get a ride home, I'd just stay with those guys, like, you know, in the back of the skate park in this truck. I mean, sleeping in the back of the deserted skate park out of Columbus, you know, it's like kind of in the hood, you know, that is sketchy enough, I mean, and having like zero money too, like, that's, you know, basically like a homeless little kid, little skater. I mean, that's pretty sketchy. But no, I've never been like robbed or jumped or anything like that. I mean, what were they gonna do, right? I don't know, well, I started riding for a World Market. That was the first box I ever got in the mail. They actually sent me a Far East board and a World Market board and those shirts with the ill logo, the cityscape of Tampa. And then I think some people that worked at the park, I think they got me like flowed like one box from like World Industries or something when I was a little kid. I remember getting the box because they had sent me like some product like Flame Boy Wet Willy board and like these wheels that were like this big where they written do not trade these, you little fucker, or something, like in marker on these huge disgusting wheels that I was like, you know, I was forced to skate, like I couldn't do anything. You know, I couldn't trade him or anything. That was fun. Oh, and then I started skating with Nick Matlin a lot. He rode for Westside Skate Shop and was like BFFs with John Montesi and stuff. Started hanging out with that crew a lot more, and you know, and spending less time in Tampa. I remember I had like a Westside Skate Shop skateboard. I went into the skate park in Tampa, and I think Brian Schaefer was like, let me see your board, and he saw my board and he was like, you're off the team, or something like that. That was a big deal to have a skate shop sponsor when you were a little kid, you know? So I guess I started riding for Westside Skate Shop. Those guys hooked me up, tons of boards, you know? John actually helped me pay for a few plane tickets when I was a little kid. He actually helped me with a plane ticket to go out to California. I went out there, had a bunch of Westside boards, basically rode Westside boards for a while, came back to Florida, Westside boards, and then went back out to California and met Jaya Bondaroff, rest in peace. He started flowing me and my friend Ryan Nick's adrenaline boards. We were like going to be like the AMs, you know? And we had like tons of boards. The guy would drive, pick us up, take us skating, shoot photos with us, buy us dinner. You know, he's a really good guy. And then we had like getting some footage and stuff, and something happened. One of our friends like gave a little sponsor me video we had over to Habitat, like Joe Castrucci. I think he decided to like flow us boards. He called me up and he was like, hey, are you riding for anybody right now? And I'm like, you know, I kind of like avoided that question. I think I just said some nonsense and he didn't ask me, you know, and then he was like, okay, so we're gonna flow you, Habitat, Ryan, Alien. And like I got off the phone, I was so like blown away. I was like so psyched, you know. And then yeah, I just rode those boards for years. I mean, I was like just flow for like, and then I got full on AM for a while. Turned pro, was only pro for them for like a little bit, a few months or something, like fucking 4 months or something. And then had a falling out with them. Then I rode for Stereo, and then I had my accident, and then I guess I stopped riding for them. And then as of recently, I've been skating Politic skateboards, East Coast company. That's it. That's all. It's my, you know, of product I've been skating. Yeah, I really didn't think about it. I was just like OCD, just trying to make it like as good as I could possibly make it, you know, like just over analyzing stuff, you know, be like, oh, I'm not using that trick because my finger is weird, or waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to go to spots that you get kicked out of, like, you know, just really trying to do it, you know. I mean, I feel like it was pretty easy then too. I had like somebody that would film really good. Like was roommates with Joe Perrin. When I went to San Francisco, I'd stay with Brendan Conroy. You know, just being like hands-on with these people that can film really well, and I don't know, living, breathing, like that's what we were gonna do, you know, and to like go home after we skate and have like footy parties, that's what I call them. Go home and like check it out, get like a quart of beer or something, like, you know, that shit was fun, you know, so that's what we did. I don't know. That's the only time I've ever been there. When you say it like that, it sounds like I go there all the time. Like he's summers in Barcelona, you know? I went there once. So not summering in Barcelona. I'm just raging out of control, and I've extended my stay. No, what am I gonna say? I've overstayed my invitation or whatever at the Habitat Alien Workshop apartment in Barcelona. So I'm leaving, and as I'm leaving, all the skateboards are by the front door, and there's like 10 of them there, and like it's overcrowded. Too many people there already. And then so as I'm leaving, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna focus every single skateboard. And you know what? I didn't even have my shoes on either. So I focused like 10 boards barefoot, which is pretty impressive to me saying it now, because I think I have trouble like focusing a board right now if I had to. I don't do that, but I mean, if I had to, I think it'd be hard. But and that's it. And then left, never to see them again. I don't know. Okay, that's gonna make me look terrible. I'm gonna have to get back on some positive stuff. Actually, a funny story of me on the way to Love Park one day. I was staying with Bill Strobeck in Philly, on top of the only hill in Philly. And so Bill Strobeck goes to Love, and he's like, okay, meet me there. And I'm like, oh, I need 15 more minutes to take a shower or take a shower. And then, so he goes, and I'm on my way to meet him, and I'm bombing down the only hill in Philadelphia. And then there's this intersection. It's not really busy ever at the bottom of the hill. And then there's the light. I'm bombing it, and the light turns red. This is my own fault. I'm like, dude, what are the odds? Like, you know, this is like the mellowest intersection ever. So sure enough, a fucking car is coming through the intersection. I get hit by this car at the intersection on the way to go to Love. The car's coming, and it screeches its brakes and starts to like slow down a little bit, you know? Then I jump up in the air, catch the windshield, my shoulder and my ear. Broke the windshield, like just, like I'm inside their car. Hit that, and I'm flying, like spinning around, land on my ankle or my feet, and my ankle just fucking totally rolls the shit out of my ankle. So I'm like just all sorts of hurt. You know what I mean? And then the car stops. These two old couple get out of the car, and they're like waving down like street vendors and stuff, like, call the police! It's covered in blood. I thought I was really hurt, you know? And I look at these old couple, and I'm like, you already fucking hit me. Like, you're not calling the cops right now. I'm not like getting in trouble. You're not suing me now, you know? So I walk back up the hill, I'm all messed up. And then Bill's girlfriend at the time was like, oh my God, you need to go to the hospital? And I'm like, I don't know. I might. I go in the bathroom, so I'm like picking glass out of everywhere, on my face and my ear, and seriously injured. And then she's like, she knew that like I like to drink beer and stuff there, you know. I'm always staying there, just living in their basement, sees all the beer bottles. So she goes to the beer distributor right there and buys me a case of Black and Tan Yingling and a case of regular Yingling too. That's like 48 beers or some shit. And then I was like, she's like, do you want to go to the hospital? And I'm like, looking at the beer, I'm like 17 years old. I'm like, no, I don't think I need to go. And then I just stayed there, picking glass out, drinking beer, you know. And what's funny about that story is like a year later, no shit, just kind of messing with my ear, little scab, pick out the scab, pull a hunk of glass like this big out of my ear. Year later, maybe longer, you know, maybe longer than a year. That piece of glass came out of my body. I've harbored foreign objects in my body before. Like, I know that sounds bad, but I remember when I was a kid, I was on this dock of this lake, and my sister's baby's daddy catches like this fish, has this like little fish, and just whips it, hits me right in the back with this fish, and it hurt really bad for some reason. And I was like, why does this hurt so bad? And then like, no shit, like 6 months later, I'm in class, just picking at my back, you know, I don't know why, little scab, no shit you not, pull a fish spine like this long out of my back. Oh, I have a Gonz sighting. Yeah, I remember a few years ago, we went to Tompkins Square Park, or Tompkins, I don't know, popular like flat ground spot. And we go there, and Mark Gonzalez is like one of the, I think it was like the first time I ever seen him. And he comes up to me with a softball, and he has a baseball bat and a softball. And he walks like 2 feet, he's like 2 feet away from me, hands me the softball, and he's like, pitch the softball to me. And I was just like, no. You know what I mean? Like, like, what's gonna happen? Like, I'm gonna get hit in the face with a fucking baseball by Mark Gonzalez. You know, I was like, no. Anyway, that was it. That's the whole story. But I thought that was funny. You had to been there, I guess. I was in a bubble. I didn't really think about a lot of stuff. Fucking skate or die, you know, like skateboarding and beer. Like, I didn't really think about anything. I didn't think about long-term anything, relationships, skateboarding, fucking nothing, you know. I just like day to day. If I didn't like something, I mean, I'd just tell people, you know. It's like a lot older now, you know, trying to be normal, you know what I mean? Not really fucking trying to be a hellion. I don't know. Oh, I'm so psyched, you know? Yeah, I'm hooked up. And, you know, I have all the boards I can skate, you know? I got my name on one. You know, it's just really fun just to be able to, like, go on skate trips and just be around skating. Pretty awesome. It's a privilege, you know? I mean, I feel like a few years ago, like, I had totally, like, given up. And, like, I thought that, like, I would never be doing this anymore, you know? And I would see all my friends going skating and hooking up. Some people would come in town, and they would go, and they were having so much fun. And I was like, this is such like a special thing all these people have, you know what I mean? They get something they can share, and like I'm not going to be a part of that. Like why not, you know? And so I'm just happy to be able to continue to do that, you know, like have fun, meet up with, you know, good friends, all have something in common, you know.
It was like something like out of the movies. We thought someone was dead, you know, like all girls screaming.